Imagine turning your dream life into content. Beautiful photos, open roads, a future that looked perfect on camera. Millions of people watched her journey online, and then everything stopped. No final goodbye, no explanation, just silence. A 22-year-old woman vanished during what was supposed to be the happiest chapter of her life. But this is not just a missing person case. This story exposed hidden abuse, missed warning signs, police decisions under pressure, and how social media solved what authorities couldn't. Tonight, we're breaking down the Gabby Petito case, what really happened, what went wrong, and the one moment that could have changed everything. And stay until the end, because one small detail is still haunting investigators today. This video is based entirely on verified police records, official reports, and publicly available information. No graphic content is shown or described. The purpose of this video is to inform, provide context, and raise awareness, not to glorify violence, assign blame without evidence, or spread rumors. Before we start the video, if you are new on channel, then please first subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for such a deep reality content. Thanks. Gabby Petito was 22 years old. She grew up in New York, surrounded by family who described her as creative, kind, and adventurous. Like many people her age, Gabby didn't want a traditional life right away. She wanted freedom, travel, experiences. She dreamed of living on the road, documenting her journey, creating content, and sharing moments of beauty with the world. On Instagram and YouTube, her life looked perfect. Smiling photos, national parks, a loving relationship. But social media doesn't show everything, and behind the camera, Gabby was quietly struggling. In July 2021, Gabby and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, began a cross-country road trip in a white van. The plan was simply travel across the US, document their journey, build a future together. At first, everything looked normal, but as the weeks went on, cracks began to show. Arguments, tension, emotional pressure. People they encountered later said the couple seemed stressed, and then one call changed the entire case. On August 12, 2021, police in Moab, Utah, responded to a 911 call. A witness reported a domestic dispute involving Gabby and Brian. What officers recorded that day would later be watched by millions. Gabby was crying, visibly anxious, apologizing over and over again. Brian appeared calm, confident, almost relaxed. Police ultimately labeled Gabby as the aggressor. No charges were filed. No arrest was made. The couple was separated for only one night. They were allowed to continue the trip the next day. This moment became one of the most controversial aspects of the case, because many experts later said this was the moment intervention could have saved Gabby's life. After the footage was released, psychologists and domestic violence experts weighed in. They pointed out signs many people didn't notice at first. Gabby constantly blamed herself. She apologized repeatedly. She minimized her own fear. Experts explain this behavior is common in emotionally abusive relationships. Abuse isn't always loud. It isn't always physical. Sometimes it looks quiet, confusing, and easy to miss. And that's why this case struck such a nerve, because people around the world saw themselves in Gabby. After August 12, Gabby's communication slowly stopped. Her family received text messages that felt off, messages that didn't sound like her. Then, on September 1, 2021, Brian Laundrie returned home to Florida, alone. No Gabby, no explanation, no answers. When Gabby's parents tried to contact him, he said nothing. That silence sparked national outrage. As days passed, the case exploded online. TikTok users analyzed timelines, YouTubers examined footage, amateur investigators searched every clue. Then one video changed everything. Another travel vlogger unknowingly captured Gabby's van parked in Wyoming. The internet noticed what authorities hadn't. For the first time, social media directly helped locate a missing person's last known location. On September 19, 2021, authorities made a devastating announcement. Gabby Petito's body was found in Wyoming. The cause of death was ruled a homicide. The news shocked the world. What began as a road trip dream ended as a national tragedy. As the investigation continued, Brian Laundrie vanished. Weeks later, his remains were found in a Florida nature reserve. Nearby investigators discovered a notebook. Authorities later stated that Brian admitted responsibility for Gabby's death in that notebook. But many questions remain unanswered. And for Gabby's family, true closure may never come. The Netflix documentary renewed public interest in the case. It covered the timeline, the police body cam footage, the social media's role. But critics argue it didn't fully explore the systemic failures in domestic violence